Bonjour. Today we'll be discussing the four forms of the word tout in French. Tout is a word which means all, every, everything, or whole. Sometimes it acts as a noun or a pronoun or even as an adjective. Then we can see that tout is always accorded. That is, it has four forms based on the gender and number. Then let us look at the first form. The first form is tout, that is T-O-U-T, which is used for masculine singular nouns. Example, tout le livre. Livre is masculine word in French which means book. That is why we are saying tout le livre, that is whole book. J'ai lu tout le livre. I read the whole book. Then toute, T-O-U-T-E, that is used for feminine singular. Toute la journée. Journée is feminine here. That is why we are saying toute la journée. Then we have tous, which is used for masculine plural. Tous les garçons. Tous les garçons. That is, garçon is masculine and plural. That is why we have used tous les garçons. Then we have toutes, which is used for feminine singular nouns. Feminine singular words or nouns. That is toutes les filles. Toutes les filles. Fille here is plural as well as feminine. That is why we have used toutes les filles. S is silent. We do not pronounce S because it doesn't have any vowel after. That is why we say toutes. Toutes les filles. Then you must have noticed that when I pronounced tous for the first time, I said it as tous. But when I gave it in the example, when I read it in the example, I said tous les garçons. So the reason behind is that this word tous is pronounced differently in different contexts. There are two ways of pronouncing it. One with a final silent S and one with a pronounced final S. Let us look at the two different ways. The first one is when tous is followed by a noun, that is when something comes after this word tous, the final S is silent. That is, we'll read it as tous les jours and not tous les jours. Why? Because there is a noun after this word tout. Therefore, we'll be pronouncing it as tous les jours, every day. Then, tous mes amis, all my friends. Tous les enfants, all the children. That is, there was something following the word tous. That is why we kept the final S as silent. Then the second one, where the final S is pronounced, that is when this tous is alone or at the end of the word, that is without any noun. We pronounce it as tous, that is the pronounced final S. We pronounce the final S. We say ils sont tous là. Ils sont tous là. Now again you can point out that why are you pronouncing tous when there is la? Because there is no noun. La is not a noun. It is there. It is not a noun. That is why we are pronouncing it as ils sont tous là. Then je les aime tous. I love them all. Again, tous is alone. So that is why we pronounce the final S. Then merci à tous, bonjour à tous. That is thanks to everyone, bonjour to everyone. That is tous alone. We pronounce S. When it is followed by a noun, we keep the final S silent. Then let us look at the exercises based on this four forms of tout. Pause the video, look at the questions, read the questions, try to write your answers, and then you can cross-check. Okay, let us see the first one. The first one says, Le monde est arrivé à l'heure. Le monde est arrivé à l'heure. Very well, you can see the le article, masculine singular article is placed before. That is why we'll be choosing here tout le monde est arrivé à l'heure. That is, everyone arrived on time. Tout le monde is also an expression which means everyone. Everyone arrived on time. Then second one, j'ai mangé dash lagato tout seul. That is, I ate the whole cake all alone. Lagato, again masculine singular, that is why we will be placing tu, that is tout. And again the second example you can see is sul. Sul is also masculine, that is why we have used here tu. Then we have the next one, that is the third one, that is la journée il a plu sans arrêt. That is la journée, very clear, feminine, singular feminine, that is why we will be using here toute la journée. Whole day he cried without stopping. Toute la journée il a plu sans arrêt. Then fourth one, dash les enfants jouent dans le jardin. That is, tous les enfants jouent dans le jardin. Les enfants masculine plural, enfants plural, masculine plural, that is why tous, T-O-U-S, tous, T-O-U-S, tous les enfants jouent dans le jardin. Then we have fifth one, elle est dash contente de son cadeau. Very clear, elle as well as contente, which is an adjective accorded with elle, feminine singular, that is why we will be using tout. Elle est toute contente de son cadeau. She is all happy for her gift. Then we have she is all happy of the gift for her gift. Then we have dash et pray pour la fête. Dash et pray pour la fête. That is tout et pray pour la fête. Again you can see that pray here is, ready here is in masculine, that is why we have used here tout. Tout et pray pour la fête. All are ready, or everyone is ready for the party, celebration. Then seventh, il a lu dash les livres de Victor Hugo. Il a lu, he read all the books of Victor Hugo. Livre, masculine, feminine, that is why we have used here tous. That is, il a lu tous les livres de Victor Hugo. Then we have eighth one, elles sont dash fatiguées après la marche. ELLES, very clear, that is why we will be using here toutes. Elles sont toutes fatiguées après la marche. They are all tired after the walk. Then il faut étudier dash le chapitre pour demain. That is, le chapitre, masculine singular, that is by tout, to you must, il faut, you must study the whole chapter for tomorrow. Then dash les filles de ma classe sont gentilles. Les filles, feminine plural, therefore toutes. Toutes les filles de ma classe sont gentilles. All the girls of my class are kind. Then mon frère est dash heureux de te revoir. Now again you can see that heureux is in masculine singular, therefore we will be placing here tout. That is, mon frère est tout heureux de te revoir. That is, my brother is all happy to see you. To see you again. Then dash est possible si tu y crois. Everything is possible if you believe. Est possible, again masculine, therefore we'll be placing here tout. Then ils ont dépensé dash leur argent. They have spent all their money. They have spent all their money. That is, again argent, which is masculine, therefore we have placed here tout. Okay? What have we spent? We have spent the whole money. So we will be looking here the gender of argent. That is masculine singular. That is why we have said tout. T-O-U-T. Tout. Ils ont dépensé tout leur argent. Then dash mes amis adorent le chocolat. Ami here is plural as well as feminine. Therefore, we will be placing here toutes mes amis adorent le chocolat. The last one has a slight error. It is, the S is missing here. It should have been toutes mes amis adore le chocolat. That is Toutes. I hope the lesson was clear. Thank you. See you in the next video.